Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tomica Table, and today I have with me the Tomica Rolls-Royce Phantom VI from the foreign Tomica series. And yes, this is one of my first vintage cars. In fact, this is my third made in Japan boxed car, I think, or is it a fourth? Yeah, fourth made in Japan boxed car, as well as my second foreign Tomica car after the BT46. And well, I'm doing a review now instead of long time back, just because I am gonna sell this car, sadly, because I have stopped collecting foreign Tomica. And that is because I have decided to focus on more on the black box type of cars, and well, I guess that's pretty much for another video, but anyway, it's already been sold, so the buyer's gonna pick it up soon. And anyway, let's just do one last review of one of my favorite foreign series cars. Really sad to let this one go, but I really need to raise a bit of money for the black box series. So anyway, here is the box, the silhouette on the top and bottom right there. England car, F6, made in Japan. Now onto the car right here. This is a maroon on red, so it's a pretty decent looking interior right there with the red. And let me just go through this car. This is actually a really beautiful car, and I actually kind of planned to get a red box version of this one instead because it's slightly cheaper. And with the cash from this, I think I will buy something at the upcoming Singapore Diecast Expo, which is coming up next weekend. So if you guys are in Singapore next weekend, do head down to Bugis on Saturday, the whole day, or Sunday, where you can actually buy vintage Tomicas at the booths in the event. So anyway, back to the car right here. We have our front grille, which is full metal, which is something I really miss on the older cars, because you know the newer cars are just all plastic. And we have a really nicely shaped grille right there. So is the front bumper, which looks a bit corroded, as well as the front lights, which are also in the classic metal style. For the front right here, we just have maroon paint, which does have a tiny bit of bubbling, but I guess I can, you know, forgive the paint quite a bit, because overall the paint scheme actually looks really nice. For this car right here, we have our 5 studded 1H wheels, I should think, and yeah, chrome silver with a really good suspension. The suspension on this car is actually particularly good, and it's quite firm as well, and something that, you know, Tomica should put on their newer cars, because I have some of the cars right here. The new cars, the cars don't move down as much as the older cars, and it's a bit disappointing. And by the way, by far the best suspension I've ever seen is this car right here, the GTR Racing, which has a much better suspension. So best suspension car for me. And you know, back to the Rolls-Royce right here, the doors actually open, so you can see the interior of this car. Again, you can see red, and it's fully detailed with the steering wheel, and apparently there should be a gearbox in there, but you can't really see it. So yeah, on the other side, we got the seats coming all the way to the door. I don't know if you can see that for the camera, but yeah, that's pretty cool to look at. And you can really see that it's just plastic for the interior. Well, for the rest of the car right here, for the outside, it's pretty plain with not many details. Actually, I just realized there are absolutely no tampos on this car at all, because, you know, there's no rear light tampos, and the front lights are just made of metal. So there's no tampos on this car at all. But that's still pretty cool, because this car actually still looks pretty, well, really good without any tampos at all. So I guess Tomica really did a good job on the design of the casting. For the rear, we also have a number plate back here, which is molded into the metal without any detailing. So still something I guess it could be improved on slightly. And for the windows for the car, it's just transparent, and the roof also plain maroon. For the base right here, it's Tomica with the old logo, 1:79 scale, F6, Tomica Rolls-Royce Phantom VI, made in Japan, 1976. So a pretty cool looking base right here, which is also metal, full metal actually, and we got some detailing right here, like your pipes, whatnot, and your axles and everything underneath the car with 2 rivets, one at the front, one at the back. So yeah, this is actually a really decent car, and actually it's one of my favorite cars with no tampos at all, because it's actually pretty rare to find a Tomica car without any tampos at all, because most cars either have the front light or rear light tampos or some other cool detailing. So I find this one really, really cool that they managed to pull off such a beautiful car without any tampos at all. So I guess that's pretty much it for this video, so thank you all for watching. Do like, comment, and subscribe.